Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible, with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dreams a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
This is Donovan. I'm here with Helping Hands for Cruising. Last day of our inaugural cruise, we got to take a wonderful person for their very first cruise who's never been able to see the ocean or anything. And I gotta tell you, we've had so much fun. I got to go on land with him at the different ports, and he just had so much fun, and I think he enhanced my version of what cruising is like also. I'd like to say, I think my favorite thing so far on this cruise was having him see the ocean for the first time. And he goes, wow, that's big. And I was like, let me tell you about the colors of the water and what that means. And then I tried to talk to him about, imagine all the animal life and the whales, dolphins and the sharks and turtles all underneath this boat right now. It's all, the whole world is underneath us. And to see him just start to think and see a different way of thinking about things, man, it was so great. Later I heard him repeating some of the things I told him, and man, it just touched my heart so much. So Helping Hands for Cruising, that's what the number 4, helpinghandsforcruising.org. That's a place you can go, you can donate, and you can bring that dream to somebody else. It's so important to give somebody who's been in one place for most of their life and never seen the world, and put them on a place that can inspire them to do so much more that they thought they weren't able to do. So you help me make a dream a reality. And I'll see you on the next one.
G'day, folks. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. This is Chatting with Shaun with Helping Hands for Cruising. And yeah, I do look a bit different. I was involved with some work type stuff, and here I am dressed in my work clothes, not my normal Helping Hands for Cruising t-shirt. But here I am, and we're ready to rock and roll. First in the chat, why am I not surprised? First in the chat is young Mr. Nick. Nick, I do have some news for you, but I'll only bring that news up shortly. You'll understand why in a second. Nick's also saying, and you're finally back to a good time, 5 a.m. Central. Well, I'm going to say you're finally back to a good time, 8 p.m. Eastern. G'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard, mate. thank God for getting rid of daylight saving. I absolutely hate it with a passion, let me say. Denise is saying, talk to Jimmy yesterday. He sounds good. He had a tough weekend. Please keep in your thoughts. Well, somebody's been listening because right here is Mr. Jimmy himself. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Hope you had a good night's sleep. It was awesome talking to you this morning, my time, yesterday, your time. And guys, if ever you know of anybody with some severe PMA issues, it definitely is Jimmy. He's loaded with PMA, I can tell you right now. And it's not something rude, it's something good. Lots of PMA. G'day Jimmy, g'day Denise. Welcome aboard, buddy. Hugs and kisses. Nice to see you here. And yes, as Denise says, gentle hugs. So Jimmy has given me permission, and for anybody who is interested and loves and cares about him, Jimmy has certainly had a really good whack of the chemo, and now we're just waiting on seeing that it's actually taking effect. While I was talking to him, his oncologist walked in, and from what we all understand, and I wasn't in on the discussion because I'm not privy to that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff should be personal, which is what it was. Um, um, Jimmy later told me that everything seems to be heading in the right direction, so let's get things cooking. So there you go. That's Jimmy. I hope I've said everything that is in the right vein. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if it's good. If not, I'll give myself a slap over the wrists. No, wait a minute. I won't do that because I might like it. Anyway, let me move on. Let me move on before I get into some serious trouble because Denise will then physically be forced to get on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise to actually keep me in check. I know Denise gets really upset when I mention the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise because I know she'd really love to come, but her boss right now is a real basket and is keeping her in the workplace because that's when she should be at work. How was that, Denise? Was that good? Was that good? Jimmy said, "Yes, Shaun, you hit it on the nose. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it." All right, let's get on to the reasons why I'm here. We're talking about what happened at the Helping Hands for Cruising board meeting, which we had on Saturday. Fortunately, it was the last time for this year that we would have a 11 p.m. for us board meeting. The next set of board meetings will be at a reasonable hour, 10 p.m. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look. We did have the advisory board with us on the at the board meeting, which was really great. It was nice to see some of the old members of the board who have transitioned to the advisory. It was great to see them on board and giving their 2 cents worth. We certainly had a lot of fun as far as that was concerned. Denise says we have a new add-on who is a rhymes with which. Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's correct. And we'll find out who that is. Nick says he would rather fly over the ocean. It goes a lot quicker, but different strokes for different folks. Mate, you need to enjoy the ocean. You need to enjoy it. But you're going next week anyway, so you're pretty close. Has something to prove. Okay. What have they got to prove? G'day, Amy. Welcome aboard. Sorry you missed it. It was way too late for us old folks. Mate, I'm older than you. Don't give me your stress. But having said that, I need to chat with you at some point, find out how you're doing, find out how things are going, and some news that I'd like to discuss with you if we can. All righty then. So let's put Amy down. No, I don't mean put Amy down. Let's get her out of the way. Okay. Oh, here we go. Jonesy sent me a message talking about some negative stuff that we've had over the last week, and we don't want to bring that up here. That is over and done with. Okay, Amy, we know it's been a week, and if you've got some time, chat with me afterwards. Let's talk about things. I've got some really good ideas, and need your help, need your advice. Jimmy, you go take your break. As far as we're all concerned, mate, you do what you need to do to get better, because we won't take you being sick. We know that PMA will kick in and you will certainly be much better. And that's what we want, mate. G'day, Marjorie. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you on board. Jonesy is saying it's getting cooler here in Tassie. Yeah, mate. We're currently sitting on 15 degrees. Started this morning with 11, and we apparently made it to 19. So there you go. Interesting to know what your temp is. Denise is saying, praying for you, Jimmy. Hashtag PMA and hashtag kick KFF. Yeah. Kick the whatchamacallit out of that. Thinking of you, Jimmy. Yes, we are, mate. We all are thinking of you. So there you go, Jimmy. Lie down and listen, mate. If you listen and watch while listening, that's awesome. If you feel that you'd like to contribute, that's also awesome. But we do know, folks, and Jimmy and I were having a discussion, and part of that discussion we said, the good news is that we're in the right time zones for us to be able to link up. So watch the space in the next couple of weeks or so when Jimmy's in a better frame of mind and is much better for it. We will be linking our shows together. So 8 p.m. Eastern in Melbourne becomes 6 a.m. Eastern in the US. So we'll be on Jimmy's time. There you go. We'll be able to do our shows together again. Jonesy is saying it's currently 10. See, that's freaking cold. That's cooling down. Yes, we know. Keep effing fighting. And I would not go with the F pronunciation. I would say it exactly the way Jimmy says it. Keep freaking fighting. Yes, that's the way he says it. Yeah, okay. All right, moving right along. So, folks, part of the discussions that we had at the board meeting, let me see. So the president got up and made a report, and this will benefit the Aussies. There is some discussion right now about making sure that the Australian Constitution is 100%. And once it is 100% in place, an application will be made to the ACNC so that we can get the right applications. And that includes changing of some of the Australian board members. And so a couple of you, if you're interested in assisting in that vein, please do not hesitate, message me. You can either do that privately or in the chat, and we will have and I will put those details aside, and we can then go on from there. We certainly want some people who are really happy to assist in getting HH4C off the ground and operating as the successful charity that it is happening in the US right now. Marjorie is saying to Jimmy, she misses him and loves him, and good morning. Yeah, we all miss him, and we definitely want him back as soon as possible. Jonesy says, keep fire, truck fighting is what you were thinking. Exactly. Exactly. That's precisely where I was thinking. Thank you for clarifying that, mate. I'm glad you're on the same page as me. All right. So next step, we started with getting that in order. So that's all up. Let me see. Certain paperwork arrived, which is awesome. Applications are now going left, right, and center in the US for grants, so that we can get some really good grants. And we're looking at some exciting grants for the US that will definitely assist in putting quite a few people on board cruise ships. So there we go. So that's going to be exciting. Marjorie's saying g'day to Amy, which is good to see. Also, part of the board, there is a function that we're looking at in the near future, and that function will be held next year. We're looking at, some of the discussion about this particular function. It's going to be exciting. The only problem is it's going to be held in the US, so we'll see how we go from there. Let me see. Pretty much that was the gist of the board. But at the end of the day, everybody was talking about how fantastic it will be because the president, for some reason or other, and I don't know who he is, but anyway, the president, for some reason or other, has put a goal in place. And that goal says that we want to get 100,000 people, 100,000 recipients on board cruise ships within the next 5 years. So that's going to be an absolutely big task. Nick is saying that it is currently -4C and they're heading into a high of 9. But that's Minnesota, mate. That's Minnesota. So, and apparently you guys have had some, or around about Wisconsin, they've had some snow today. So, looking at that, I can understand why you guys are a bit cold. And you've got almost across the border, you've got Canada there. So, I can understand why you're a little bit on the freezing side. All right. One of the other things that was brought up was the new, as you can see at the bottom, the Cruise-a-Thon has a new name, and because the Cruise-a-Thon is further north, we have Cruise-a-Thon. I'm busy reading while I'm busy trying to do this thing, and Nick made a comment, and there you go. I didn't have snow, that was further north, but there you go. Because the Cruise-a-Thon is changing its names to Dreams in Motion, part of the process is we are having an auction going on that Dreams in Motion, and that auction will start around about the 20th of the month. At that particular point in time, we will be having a silent auction that you will be able to, we will organize a link for you that you can go into the Zephy. And we have a store there. And on that Zephy store, you will find 2 of these most gorgeous things here. These ducks. These ducks were made specifically for Helping Hands for Cruising. Some of them will be hidden on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, but the 2 that are in line with me, the blue duck, which is actually purple, and the silver duck, which is actually gold, they will be available for auction for the Dreams in Motion series. Do you understand the importance of that? No? Well, let me explain. First of all, these ducks were donated. Second of all, they have the Helping Hands for Cruising around the base of the duck, and underneath is the logo for Helping Hands for Cruising. These are all available, And they will be, as I said, they will be on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, where they will be, some of them will be hidden, but the two will be up for auction, and highest bidder wins. So, folks, empty out your pockets, because we need to put some people on board cruise ships. And here's one person here who definitely understands the benefit of the cruise ships, and that is Miss Meg. Welcome aboard, Mrs. Vines. How are you? I hope you are enjoying your time, your summertime, or your springtime. Wait a minute. You say it's a bit chilly there. You are what? 5C. That's freaking. Meg, my voice would go up an octave or two. Anyway, the reason why I say Meg would understand about the Dreams in Motion is that Meg has been involved in the past in helping organize, helping being a moderator on board those shows, and the benefit there is absolutely huge. So when we look at what's going on, these ducks would certainly help make a difference. Now, Meg has actually been associated with all three of our cruises. She's actually been to the meetup of the inaugural, but she was on the third cruise. I don't know if she was on the second cruise, but she was on the third cruise no, it was the second cruise she was on. Don't remember if you were on the third with Roxanne, but I do know that you were on board the cruise with James and Cindy, and also Scott and Amber, and took some brilliant video of them, a good interview with them. And the good news was Scott and Amber absolutely had a blast. They had a ball, and you might get to see them in the sign out or in the outro or one of the others. Anyway, at the end of the day, folks, those cruises are awesome, and they certainly make a difference. And if you've got these ducks available, then hey, you're going to have an absolute blast trying to look for them, trying to have some fun with them. So there we go. Okay, so let me see who else is here. Denise is saying good day to Meg. Meg's saying Denise. Meg is saying she was on the second cruise. That's right. You were at the meetup of the inaugural, but you were there for the second cruise, and that was awesome. Denise is having 38 degrees Fahrenheit. 38 degrees is just above, like it's about 1 degree C. That's freaking freezing. Meg is saying couldn't make it on the third, unfortunately. That's right. Nick, I didn't look up. I did look up this morning. It's supposed to be 16 C for a high on his first day in London. When do you leave? You leave in a week, don't you? You're just on a week, I believe. I could be wrong, but in a week. All right, I better get this underway, because if I don't get this underway, somebody is going to be really, really upset. I think you guys all know who I'm referring to. This guy will be really, really upset. So here we go.
tribute to Foreigner and Journey.
You're as cold as ice.
Bringing you back to all the eras of both Foreigner and Journey's career. Rocking the biggest hits and fan favorites with a high-energy authenticity of two of the world's most iconic bands. Foreign Journey, one of the most popular tribute acts, rock with an incredible high-energy stage show all night long. A show not to be missed.
Well, there you go, folks. I mean, you seriously need to be on board that cruise ship. Now, Meg says, good morning to Nick and have an awesome trip. Nick said he's leaving on the 19th of April. Very good time to leave. Now, Denise, you say that Foreign Journey looks awesome. That's your kind of music. Do you realize what you're missing out on by not being on the Rock and Roll Tribute? I mean, seriously. Oh, shut up, Shaun. Meg, I don't know what to do, Meg. You can help me out here with Denise, but seriously, we need to get her on at some point. Well, I can't keep threatening. Nick is saying, thanks to Meg, he's excited to reunite with his lady friend. They've had only 4 days together in the last year, but they shared a lot of trip together, and now it's time to make new memories with this time. Well, let's hope it all works well, my friend. Certainly do. Hey, Ryan, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Ryan, things are afoot, mate. Good things are afoot happening, and maybe we can have a bit of a chat about it a little later on, but I know you've been talking with Crystal, so only good things, my friend, only good things. So there we go. Nice to have you on board. By the way, you're on an early one, I see. Meg is saying that she knows that feeling to Nick, and g'day to Ryan. So there you go. All right, so with that in mind, folks, let's take a look. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, it will be the first time we have the I-125, which is the go-kart racing. We will be having putt-putt, I believe, or mini golf on board the cruise. We will be crawling to the bars. I mean, having a bar crawl or two. Or knowing Ross, 3. Now, I do believe that Ricky Rocker and Lola, Ricky Rocker has a new girlfriend by the name of Lola, and they will be on board the cruise, I believe, which is a good thing because Lola will be able to keep Ricky in check, so that's exactly what we want. Shut up, Shaun. Seriously, you're going to get everybody into trouble. Anyway, things are happening, and apparently right now the cabin numbers are 57 cabins when I last spoke to Bruce, which was this morning my time. So again, we need a bucket load more people on board that cruise ship, and we need you to hurry up and get them on. We've currently got 57, as I said, but if we end up with the full 200, we will be really, really excited. So get on with it, folks. Get on with it. Jump on board. There are going to be some group dinners. There are going to be some group excursions, a whole host of activities that Ross tells me is going to happen. So we're certainly looking forward to it like you would not believe. Also, guys, if you want some more info about Helping Hands, please jump onto the Helping Hands for Cruising website, Helping Hands, the number 4 cruising.org. That's the website, and from there you'll be able to also check out the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise website as well. That will go through on the it's on the website, so just jump in there. And the website is absolutely looking amazing because there's a whole lot of info on there. You get to see who the board members are, you get to see what activities are happening, you get to see the cruises, past cruises and future. So we've got and also the recipients. We're still waiting on a couple of bits of info to come forward because there is the replacement cruise. Okay, there was meant to be the Alaska cruise going on round about nowish or in about a month. And unfortunately, that had to be postponed to a later date. But Gabby, who was the recipient for that cruise, was moved on to another cruise, which we have, and we're just waiting on some promotional material for it. It is a cruise on, I believe, the Carnival Horizon, and it is going to the ABC Islands. So that's going to be an amazing cruise. And she's been put on that cruise. That cruise is being run by Bruce from Ocean to Ocean Travel, as well as Curtin Marsha, or not Curtin Marsha, Felicia and anyway, they will be running the cruise. CME Travel. No, it's not Curtin Marsha. It's SCT Travel. SCT Travel from S. Who's the S? Anyway, SCT Travel, and they are ones doing it with that's right, SCT Adventures. Thank you, Meg. And they are the ones that are organising the ABC cruise along with Bruce. And so she's going to be going on that cruise with them. So they're going to have an amazing time. They're going to have quite a few people on board, and everybody's going to make a fuss. And I know that Gabby, her life will be changed for it. So there we go. That's that. Now, for all you Aussies, well, I know something special is coming up for all you Aussies, and I know one particular Aussie that is totally beside himself and will be even more beside himself when he actually gets to go on said cruise. An opportunity to come down under.
We invite you to our 6-night Great Barrier Reef Getaway Cruise, December 29th, 2026.
You're Ilana.
You're Shaun.
And together we are the Down Under
Cruisers.
Cruisers. Come and join us, folks. Here's our cruise.
I'd love to see you.
Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free. Down under's where I'll be. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Now the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, and adventures wait around. Adventures wait around. The rustling of the trees.
Yeah, guys. You know what? That particular trip is going to cover 3 of my bucket list places to see. I have never been to Airlie Beach. I've never been to Cairns. I've never been to the Great Barrier Reef, and all 3 of those things are going to be covered in that cruise. In fact, one of the bucket list things I've wanted is to have a New Year's Eve party on board a cruise ship. So there you go. Well, the pseudo Australian. Welcome aboard. G'day there, Jen. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Glad to see you're starting to talk real English like a real ocker. So g'day. How you going? Meg has just translated for her. Good morning, Jen, and good morning, Meg. So there we go. All right, so that particular cruise will be an extremely awesome one, because not only are we going to my bucket list locations, but we're also going to be catching up with Australia Zoo. Hopefully we get to see young Mr. Robert Irwin. If not, so be it. But yeah, we'll be going to Australia Zoo, and we'll be going to pretty much a lot of the sites around Brisbane and the Gold Coast as well. So yeah, anybody who's coming, please make sure you come on down. We currently have 5, I believe, soon to be 6 cabins booked. So there we go. We're having an awesome time. And the ship, the Carnival Luminosa, well, that is one of the permanent temporaries that exist down under. So right now in Australian waters, we have the Carnival Adventure, the Carnival Splendor, the Carnival Encounter. Those 3 ships are the ones that stay in Australian waters 24/7, 12 months a year. The Carnival Luminosa comes down for the season and then heads back. Currently, Bill Warmstrong is on that cruise. Now, what's exciting about that cruise, he flies down to Australia, jumps on the cruise in Brisbane. It then goes from Brisbane up through to Seattle and continues to pick up and go up to Alaska. And that's what he does. So it is an amazing cruise. And yes, Jen, our cruise is amazing. It doesn't look it, it is. Certainly having a lot of fun. It leaves on the 29th of December and heads back into Brisbane on the 4th of January. So a nice, cool, easy cruise. That's, you know what? We're just going to have fun. That's what it's all about, having fun. All right. So a couple of other things. People on the board right now that are in the chat. We've got there Jen Cohen. She's on the board. And I'll tell you what, Jen has got her hands full because she's busy assisting Crystal with the Dreams in Motion. Anybody out there right now that feels they would like to put on an hour trying to raise funds during the weekend of so we're going the 25th, 26th, and 27th of this month. So any of you Aussies want to do it during our daylight hours, that's nighttime their time. And if it's nighttime their time, the good news is we'll be able to get a whole host of people on board, new people on board, and the benefit to that will be we get to increase our income into the Helping Hands for Cruising coffers, and we certainly could do with the funds. And I'll explain shortly why those funds are so significant. All right. So now Denise is busy saying Robert Irwin's undies ad. Oh my, yeah. Well, yeah. What's wrong with that? Those undies. Well, they could be budgie smugglers, but they're not. So I mean, you know. G'day, Denise. G'day, Jen. Okay. So you know. it's going to be an amazing times. Lots of fun, lots of people, um, lots of new adventure. So yeah, come on down and enjoy the sun with us. Now the good news is when you come down for December, instead of it being snowy and cold and you having white Christmases and white New Years and all that sort of stuff, we're busy having shrimps on the barbie, prawns, although we don't do prawns that much. So it'll be a good steak, a good fish, a good whatever on the barbie. And we certainly would be having an amazing time. Short sleeves and swimming. Unless you're in Florida, you guys don't get to understand the concept of summer, summer New Year's Eve. I have never ever had a winter for New Year's in all my life, because all the countries I've been in have been Southern Hemisphere. So we go according to the calendar year. Our schooling does, so everybody has fun in the sun during the summer months, and we take off New Year's Day and Christmas Day, and we have barbecues and go swimming, whether it's in the beach or in a pool. So that's all the fun. All right, now let me see. Now I was going to talk about these, and this is rather significant because this certainly changes a whole host of things. And I'll give you a bit of a heads up. For those of you that are across the pond, Helping Hands for Cruising has had the opportunity to organize popcorn and coffee available for sale on the Helping Hands for Cruising fundraising side of things. So if you go onto the Helping Hands for Cruising website and you look up the fundraising tab, you will see both popcorn and coffee. Now, the coffee comes from Giving Bean. Giving Bean gives us a whole host of things. You can get not only coffee, but you can get tea and chocolate, and the coffee comes in different varieties, whether it's K-cup or it's beans or it's ground. It's your choice, but you can purchase the coffee. Now, the benefit of this, buy the coffee, buy the popcorn, consume it, and buy it again. Every dollar that you spend there, well, not every dollar, a proportion of that purchase comes across to HH4C. Now, last month, we raised $250. That $250 went directly on Gabby's next cruise, and that $250 got split this way. 150 of it went to pay for an excursion. 100 of it went for her onboard credit. So every dollar that you put forward for HH4C, every donation that you give goes directly into putting somebody on board a cruise ship and giving them a vacation of a lifetime. Thank you, Meg. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Here it is. Here's the link, guys, to the fundraising section. It is Helping Hands, the number 4, cruising.org/fundraising. Go check that out. Go look at it. Bring it in. Buy your coffee, buy your popcorn or your tea or your whatever. Buy it, consume it, enjoy it, pass it on to your mates. Get them doing the same as you, buying the coffee and the popcorn. And folks, you will be definitely helping somebody else on board a cruise ship. What more can I say? We are so excited about this opportunity. As soon as we have our opportunity here in Oz, we definitely will be doing something similar on the channel. So yeah, you've just got to partake. You've just got to be part of the process. Enjoy and come along with us for the ride. Because I can tell you now, and Meg will actually agree with me here, when you have a look at the people when they get off that cruise ship, the look on their face, the way they are. Now, in the beginning of the stream, I had Donovan from RV on the Wayside on board, with his interview, and he said, looking at Kenny changing his life and talking about it to other people on board the ship certainly sent his heart going. I'm going to say to you, it makes everybody's heart going, because at the end of the day, what you've done, what you achieve, certainly makes a huge difference in people's lives. And for sure, Kenny's life has been totally changed purely because of all the things that he's had to put up with. And there you go. He is his life is definitely changed, and he's a better person for it. And Meg is saying, yes, sir, their lives are changed forever. Well, Meg, just as for you to put out there as in a second, give us a quick rundown. How's your life been changed when you were on board that cruise with Scott and Amber and James and Cindy? While you're busy putting that in there, let me say what's interesting is that we are going to be having full circle on board the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, because not only are we going to be having the recipients, which are the new recipients, and there will be two on board that cruise. Not only will we be having them, but we will also be having Kenny on board our cruise. And with Kenny on that cruise, we've got full circle. We've got the first one and the last two. And that will certainly make a huge difference. I know that James and his wife Cindy are coming in for the meetup. So it'll be an awesome opportunity to meet up with him and give him a hug, throw my arms around his neck and also Cindy's neck. So that's going to be awesome there. We're also hoping that we can see Scott and Amber. That'll be great. And also Roxy, if she can. And that will be great too. So meeting all the people that were there and all the people that are going to come. It certainly is awesome. Jen is saying that she can't. No, wait a minute. Does that mean? Okay, Jen, I've got to ask you a question. Does that mean you're coming to the meetup, or are you actually getting on board the cruise? And if you are getting on board the cruise, Todd and I have a few things to talk about. I'm only kidding. I need somebody to teach me how to make knedler. Seriously. Anyway, there we go. Anyway, it is going to be an amazing cruise, let me say. Both cruises, not only for the Australian cruise, because we're getting some people come across from the US. We're getting people coming in from Oklahoma, and one other person I believe is coming from New Orleans. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get a couple from Michigan and Minnesota, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So Meg is saying, seeing people who never were able to take the time out for a break, seeing them take an actual vacation for the first time was amazing. Everyone let loose. The joy of their faces was immeasurable. And yes, absolutely. You told me at the board meeting. Yeah, I know you told me. But now it's out in the open. I'm wanting you to tell everybody so that you don't say, Shaun, I told you not to say anything. So that's going to be awesome. Maggie's saying, hoping to make it to the meetup from Arkansas. Hey, as a typical Aussie, I would have gone Arkansas, but you would say Arkansas. Now, Meg, are you in Arkansas right now, or are you still in Atlanta? If so, if you're still in Atlanta, when do you get to Arkansas? And you and I need to chat anyway. Denise, that is so awesome. Yes, it is. You know what I read, Denise? I read the word awkward, and then I had to look again before I saw the W to see awesome. Awkward, awesome. Yeah. Anyway, That is awesome. So you should come, Denise. See, Jen will absolutely be on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, and that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Meg is moving on the 25th. April's such a good month. Such a good month. Anyway, Jen will also be there for the meetup. Oh God, she's going to see me consume some of that with this thing. Yeah, really. Seriously. Okay, now I'm getting into trouble because Denise is giving me the look. I know. Awkward, you must have been thinking of me. No, Meg, you're not awkward. Awkward, seriously. I was actually thinking of me. Anyway, yes, well, I am so looking forward to that because I'll tell you who else will be on that cruise. And not only have we got Jen, we've got Jen and Todd. Yes, Jen, not the shoey, definitely the shoey. A good Aussie will do a shoey, let me tell you. A good Aussie does a shoey. And somebody paid good money, $250. Actually, no, it was $350. $200 to see me drink and $150 to see me do it in the shoey. So there we go, there's the shoe. And that shoe has had a bit of alcohol in it recently. So there we go. And yeah, serious. Anyway, so it's going to be the cruise of a lifetime. And as Meg says, nothing wrong with a shoey. No, Meg did one. I do know that Meg actually did hers in a pair of Crocs. Jen is saying, not Chef Todd, he's land-based. She'll be sailing solo. Ooh. Just think of the mischief we will get up to, Jen. You and Ilana, what mischief will you get up to? Oh, well, hang on. Could Chef Todd be at the meetup? Could that be a possibility? Jen's having a giggle there because she knows that Ilana is full of mischief. So you girls will definitely be doing mischief. And I know that there'll be some other surprise guests on board. Those that know me will know who they are. And so I'm going to ask you not to spread the word just yet. Let people be pleasantly surprised when they see who else is going to be on board. All right. So what more can I say? We're coming pretty close to the hour. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this update of what's going on with HH4C. Tomorrow night, Shaun and the Ducks will be on. Friday night, we may have a bit of an issue, but we'll see how we go. In the meantime, folks, I want to thank you all, and I'm going to be putting up this new outro. Tell me what you think, guys, and yeah, we should have some fun. Anyway, with that in mind, folks, I'm going to say adieu, have a good night, and thank you very much. Those of you starting your day, have an awesome day, and thank you very much for popping in. Please hit the likes on your way out, and take care, and we will catch you. Oh, by the way, for those that may or may not know, the theme song that's being played for the outro, this is a thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much for this.
Dreams set sail today, rising up no delay. Hands reach out, we say, join us, come what may. Waves of hope we ride, strength is found inside. Together side by side, we conquer every tide. Helping hands for cruising, every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing, nothing just
This is from Fantastic Cruise Group, Carnival Pride. We had a blast, we enjoy ourselves.
Smiles light up the night, under stars so bright. Turning
I want to
wrongs to
thank him and
right,
Matt.
holding on so tight. Sail with me, we'll find joy in every kind.
That we all joined ourselves together, and they are great friends of ours now. We got two brothers. And
Who are they?
Paul, Dewey, and Captain Bill.
Right. So you guys just had your first cruise. How did you guys enjoy it? And what do you think was your favorite thing that you did?
Favorite thing that we did?
Every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing. Nothing, just keep moving. Helping hands for cruising. Every heart is choosing. Life's a sea we're losing. Nothing, just keep moving.
And do you guys have any recommendations for first-time cruisers?
Under stars so
Believe everything you hear when I say you want to eat.
Definitely.
Food here.
Holding on so tight.
It's convenient, right at hand.
Sail with me, we'll find
The ice cream machine needs to
joy in every kind.
every time you walk through the door,
Leave
it's
the
right
past behind. In each
Great. Well, thank you for letting me interview you.